All right, we are live. Talk number 6 with Thomas.
Yeah, dog.
From Pivix. Live. Talk number 6. Anyway, everyone got their drink?
Oh, yeah, brother. Got the tall can of some Miller High Life right now.
Cheers.
Cheers to everybody out there watching right now.
Yeah. Happy
Sure, we'll
Friday.
get it. Happy Friday.
All right. So for anyone that doesn't know, Grant is from Pivix, and go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your story, your background, and how you got involved with Pivix.
Okay, well, my name is Grant. I live in Ontario, Canada, and I got involved in cryptocurrency back in 2015 after I was studying hedge fund guys, and they said, hey, there's this thing called Bitcoin that you guys should listen to. And what really, I'd heard about it before, but what really piqued my interest was they said, it isn't money. It's about tagging transactions. You can tag anything. They could have saved the stock market collapse in 2008. They could prove that things are real, your property, anything at all. And I thought, well, hold on. When these guys are talking, that's pretty serious because they're talking billions of dollars in their hedge funds. But when they start saying things like it isn't money, I figured out I don't know anything about it. So then I fell into the rabbit hole. Then my wife hated me for about, well, she probably still does whenever I talk about it. And I've been studying, I got to tell you, probably about 4,000 hours I've spent studying this in the last, since 2015, just in my spare time trying to figure it out. I put in an ad basically, or a post into Reddit in our local area for Barrie, Ontario. And I said, hey, where can I spend my Bitcoin? Because I was getting in there back probably when you were in, Thomas. It was like $300, right? And
yeah.
And it was just the perfect time to get in after all the crap that happened in 2013. And so I met this guy named Eric, who is one of the devs now actually in Pivix. And we had started this little adventure of how we're going to invest, sort of what you both are doing. You're having like your little club on YouTube. Well, we had the two of us that would meet for coffee, and we put an ad in and say, I hope somebody shows up. But it was only us forever.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, for sure. And nobody knew about anything, but we kept talking about it. And then we got involved with Dash because we were looking for something that wasn't like Bitcoin. But even by the time 2015 was running around, we saw that that Bitcoin was getting centralized based on just how they run their system. The developers were controlling everything, the miners were controlling everything else, and people didn't have a single say. So back before Dash happened, whatever it was called, Dark Coin or whatever they called it, that's when we noticed, and he pointed me to that, and the governance system was the big thing, right? And we know that Amanda Johnson was talking about her thing, that the Daily Decrypt, and the thing that pointed her to it was the governance system. And we thought, this is awesome. Maybe we can get involved and we can make a difference, and this can really go somewhere. So we got involved with the Dash community. We were probably there for, I'm going to guess, probably 6 to 8 months. And then it sort of became clear it wasn't for us because there wasn't really that much we could do other than cheerlead. And in fact, one of the head guys had told us after a few conversations that if we didn't like it, we should just start our own coin. So we went off and we started looking. And then it's good. They can do their own thing. And we started looking, and Eric, again, the super genius he is, he found Darknet. And we started talking with YVhX, the lead guy there, and it really became interesting because it looked like they were actually open to changing things, to allowing people to have a say, and we're able to get in on the ground floor of a coin that really wasn't fully developed yet. So I was in and out a little bit until probably about, I don't know, a couple of months ago. And then we sort of officially launched at the beginning of March. And then it's been no sleep ever since.
Oh,
that's the short
tell me about it.
That's the short story.
Oh, man. Well, I can't imagine no sleep ever since then, because at the speed that Pivix is growing at this point, it's just every day there's something new to talk about. Probably in your world, in our world, it's every day is another buying experience. Whether you're buying it below $1, now it's way above $1.50. It was just above $2. Now it's on sale.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people are buying in because it's a well-respected coin.
Yeah, I bought some today myself. I went, I'm going to listen to Thomas because he knows what he's talking about. So I'm going to
buy it on the dits, baby. Buy it on the dits.
Yeah, I'm so busy doing other things, I don't pay attention. But no, I'm paying attention.
No, I get it.
Press your dash when you buy it.
Dash.
Yeah.
I sold all that stuff a long time ago.
Yo, man. Yeah, I agree.
Dash, love you. We love you. Especially Dash.
I love Dash.
I love Dashmeister. He's my favorite sort of Dash jousting partner, and just a shout out to the guy. He's fun to deal with.
It's not that I love Dash. I love to talk about it and talk about, of course, dumping it for Pivix. But it's just a matter of what brands for you. You know, at the end of the day, I'd much rather invest in something that's quicker, cheaper, and is at the ground floor level for the potential it can do. I mean, a year from now, we're going to be talking a whole different ball game here. So as far as how I feel like I'm going to have way more money out of it, way more crypto, a lot more profit.
Yeah, you know, and do what you do and diversify. Like people say, well, what should I buy? Should I just go, I'm going to mortgage my house and buy Pivix? And I'm like, hey, man, you got to be smart about it. You know, like buy some Ethereum, buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ripple, buy whatever you want. Some boring old Factum. Well, that used to be $3. Now what is it now, right? All these things. Just pay attention. Buy some Expanse. You know.
Yeah.
Anything that has something behind it that's actually working. Like I was talking to Yellow earlier. Don't buy Cage Coin. Or the joke coins, right? Unless you're ready to just, there's amazing how many people will buy that junk and just think it's going to go somewhere, right? You got to pay attention. You got to diversify, just like any portfolio, in order to get it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time, big time. Diversification is where it's at.
Yep.
The only way to be.
Saying to diversify everything, not only in crypto, but in real life. You should be holding gold, silver, you know, cash and crypto. It's the more you got it spread out, the better off you're going to be within. But
where do you bury your gold?
Yeah, where do you bury it? Yeah,
in the backyard. Yeah, everybody go to his backyard. He needs some digging happening.
Well, you're gonna need some rain boots if you go dig his backyard, because there's nothing but rattlesnakes where he's at.
Oh, okay, forget it. You can keep your gold. I'm fine.
Yeah. My seat key from my ledger stamped on a plate of stainless steel buried in the backyard.
Oh man, that's so fun.
It doesn't entice me at all. I salute you to your security.
Worth millions, you know.
Absolutely.
So what is what's on the books for, you know, what's happening with Pivix right now? New.
Okay, well, Pivix is new. And that's the first thing, right? I'm like, well, I know how long it's been. What is it? It's the 21st today. Is that right?
Yeah, 421.
So 51 days since basically the unofficial launch. I think it was launched earlier, but the website and everything started happening. And in that time, we've gone from, I don't even know where we started, but it was under $1, that's for sure. And I think it was under 50 cents to where we are today. The amount of people coming in was just insane. We were dealing with some corruption issues on the wallet, and you know, Thomas knows that. That's how we met, and we lived through that. We lived through the pump and dump because they really tried to crush us once. I can just see it. It wasn't just people. It was whales trying to move the market. And there was enough people involved that it didn't matter, and people had trust in what we were doing. So what's happening right now, and everybody should know that has Pivix, is that they've upgraded there's a hard fork happening on April 23rd by block 615800. We got the 2.2 version of the wallet happening, the masternode's voting system is up and running, and then everybody who is not on board will not be staking. You know, your masternode won't be working right. So it's a big, big change that's just happened. Bugs they've been working on to get them out of the wallet, and that's part of the deal. What else we got going on in this one? Syncing. Oh yeah, getting the syncing happening quicker, and basically they just want to make sure that that everything's working for the budget, corruption issues, and having a stable wallet first. That's what's happening right now. So by this weekend, you'll see a lot of, well, there'll be a lot of support room going on. I'm sure we'll be helping people get themselves set up. So that's immediate. I suspect that's going to be happening for the next month at least. We're going to be dealing with getting budget proposals put forward. And we'll have, if you go to the forum, you can find it on the pivx.org site. At the very top, there's a forum button. Go in there and look at budgets and the proposals, and you can actually see what's happening. Have a discussion, talk to people. There's all sorts of really interesting things being talked about with governance, with where the money should go, how people decide, who should get the say, all sorts of great things. So that's going to happen for the next month or so, for sure. I don't know when the next voting block happens, when the payout happens, but I'll find that out. Somebody should say to me here on the dev Slack, when is the first super block going to happen and the budget payout? I should ask them about that, shouldn't I? So anyway, so that's the short term what's going to happen. In the meantime, what I hear is happening is there's a focus on making sure that this wallet's stable, and then zero coin. They want this thing private, like you can lock up your mother and she's safe. You know.
That would be awesome. Sure. You know, in the chat they're talking about, you know, just problems with the wallet syncing up, the staking problems and everything. So it addresses that, but it's not going to be fully implemented until the coming up that you're talking about, correct?
Yeah, the 23rd is what I understand. And there are fixes for the long syncing time. A lot of people get stuck at the 50% level right now because the master nodes, all of them have not been upgraded yet. There's even some guys running 0.6 out there, right? 0.7 was the last one. So they all got to get on board, or they're just not going to get their rewards, right? So that'll happen by the weekend, or they'll be out of luck. And you know, they'll just have to upgrade and get back into the system. In the meantime, we're moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just wanted to add, so if you go to the PIVX Slack and go to support, they have pinned in the a fix you can put into your config file that'll allow you to have access to the 8 nodes that are running the right information, and syncing happens a lot faster. Again, that's temporary until everything is up and running.
It's the early stages. It's a coin that just came out of nowhere, you know. So like you're saying, all the stuff in the pipeline as far as correcting it and making sure it's up to par to people's standards, which right off the bat, people just have such high standards and they want it perfect right away, which is nothing's perfect in life. But, you know, at the end of the day, it takes time. And when you guys get it narrowed down, I'm sure it's going to be way beyond what it is at this point. But to the people that have their wallets working right now, first person to drop their PIVX wallet address in the chat, I'll do a little donation right off the bat. So let's see who can drop their PIVX address quickly here. I'll do a little donation.
I'm putting mine in.
Someone get a delivery from the purple Bugatti. So who's it going to be? Somebody send me their PIVX address. First one posting it. And Anonymous Patriot. Here we go. I'm going to send Anonymous Patriot.
Right. I've got an answer for you guys already. The next masternode budget block is going to be 648000. So look at your block finder, whatever they call it, Explorer, and it'll tell you when that's going to happen.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to ask too on the update. You know, just to be clear on the wallet update, if someone don't have their wallet up to date, you're going to lose your Pivix, but you will not be able to properly sync with the network and stake. That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct. It's a hard fork, right? Everybody has to be speaking the same language now. But your Pivix is fine. Keep your wallet.dat file. It'll all work out. Just upgrade it. Do the smart thing. Do the upgrade now and let us help you before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that we were talking about earlier, and I wanted to share with everybody, is that if you're running your Pivix wallet on a solid state drive instead of a regular hard drive, it will sync up a lot faster. I run mine on a solid state, and it takes like around 3 hours.
And that's why I'm going to listen to you.
Blockchain.
I'm buying what you're selling. I'm going to get one.
All right.
Well, speaking of buying stuff, I know we were talking about what we were buying. I don't know if when did you start hearing about ARK? I know I bought some more ARK I was selling you earlier today in this buyer's market, and you said you're getting some ARK too, right, Grant?
Yeah, I got some. I'm thinking it was the 17th or 18th when I had that huge dip, because I didn't think ARK was totally bad, but it wasn't. It was going in that typical direction, right? Too far up, too fast. So once it hit that big dip, I went, I'm gonna get some of that, and we'll see what happens. It's my funny gambling money, that one. I don't know enough about it, but hey, why not, right? We're so early in all of these technologies. I mean, like I said, it's not Nicolas Cage coin or Trump coin or Putin coin or what else they got? Titties out there too. Excuse my French, right?
Titty coin.
Yeah. It's not one
I'm on that.
Whoa. Titty coin would actually be useful at a strip club. So, I mean, why not? You know? Yeah.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm gonna make titty coin. Developer Thomas G.
There we go. Well, we were talking earlier about counterparty, right? Yellow, that you can make your own coin, any kind of coin, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there.
I love you guys.
Pepe Cash, right? Right, Yellow.
Hey, gotta love the Pepe. Hey, coming things now for users that don't know about this, something on the roadmap for Pivix for Fido created into the Pivix wallet.
I just asked about it, and they said, well, we can do it, but they're working on Zero first. And that seems to be the plan, is that the roadmap is one thing at a time, right?
Yes, I understand.
So I can't tell you what's going to happen next. It really is Zero first, fix the bugs, and then move forward from there. They're not stopping though. These guys they're relentless. This is why it's so hard to get hold of these devs, right? They're like, leave us alone, put us in our cave, feed us our beer and whatever else we need, and they'll just type away until something gets done.
Keep them working 24 hours a day. Send them lots of Red Bull.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, well, and this is why it was so important to get the budget up, because now instead of private funding, which has happened for the last, I'm going to guess now it's been 8 months or so, of tunes of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars by individuals, these guys now can get a budget put towards the development. I call it development fuel, right? Let these guys get paid for what they do, because without them, there is no Pivix. Without devs, there is no cryptocurrency at all. So we really need to it's so important that this has happened, and this is why I'm so hyped over this last week that we're getting all these updates and all this budget stuff. And I'm going to spin up a couple of masternodes because I want to get involved and start to help get this process moving forward.
Yeah. What? No, another thing, just concerning wallets, a lot of people have talked about how they want to see Pivix on a.
What did you say, a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Pivix isn't going to use phones anymore. We're just going to implant it into your brain.
All right.
I'll take that.
Well, just like everything else, it's a common question. It reminds me of the question we get all the time. Are you on Poloniex? Why aren't you on Poloniex?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, these guys, they're working on wallets. They're working on phones. We got people working on everything. Yeah. Like again, one thing at a time. And that's the impatience thing. And talking to what Thomas was saying about people being patient, I remember when I first got into Bitcoin again back in 2015, and I'm going, oh, $300, awesome. When's it going to be 1,000? And then a month goes by, and a couple of months go by, you know, Ethereum came out in the same year in December, and you go, oh man, $1.97. Geez, when's it going to be $2? You know, and people are just so impatient on this entire system, right? It's so new, and I just hope people remember that this is not easy. Like, it's easy for us to talk about it. It's easy for us to press a button and invest, but it's not easy for these guys to develop things that work out of the box. We saw what happened with the DAO, a really bunch of super intelligent people, right? And all the difficulties that were brought up through the DAO and what Ethereum had to do with their fork to deal with it. And I don't know, they forked a couple of times because of it, I think, didn't they? And
yeah, they forked a lot.
Yeah, so those guys are forking crazy. So it takes time to do this right. This isn't something somebody can make in their basement on the weekend, right? And I just hope that people remember that this is very difficult, and patience, like you guys are talking about, patience is the most important factor if you're going to invest and if you're going to deal with a new technology like this, right? You got to be patient, right? But yeah,
the ups and downs, man. You got to be committed to this end of investing. You can't commit to something for the long-term investment that has a lot of upside potential. You're never going to make money because you're going to just end up going somewhere else and just losing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. It happens all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
So
a lot of guys have told me that they started day trading Pivix, you know, back at the beginning, you know, making money day trading it, and they wish they would have held on to it, because if they had held on to it, they would have made way more money, you know. But they wanted that short, quick money.
Yeah, I've the only time I've ever lost money is buying and selling quick. That's the only time. If I had held on to everything I ever bought, I would be a lot better off. Again, because it's just so new. It is so new. It's like digging up your crop the day you see the buds coming out of the ground, you know? It's just silly. You got to wait for these things.
Yeah. I had quite a few people on my channel talking about the, you know, Pivix started out, it was a fork from Darkcoin. And the code was rewritten, but then they had, you guys had a pre-mined amount of coins, and they're under the impression that it's like the same thing as Dash, that those coins are still in circulation. Could you clarify on that?
Yeah, no, they're not. They were. Where was the block in that one? I think I sent it to you actually. The coins have been locked into a wallet, into one of the blocks early on. I'll find the number, but they are not in circulation anymore. Those 60,000, they were basically burnt. You can see the block yourself, and I'll send. Actually, I think I sent you the link, didn't I?
I don't think I got that.
Bitcoin Talk. But anyways, yeah, they're there. Bitcoin Talk. There we go. They're locked in there. You can see. I'll send that to you so you can have a look yourself in a minute. Premine, block number 1, 60,000 premine for creation of 6 masternodes for the functioning of the network. The premine was publicly burned in block 279917. So they're sitting in there as a transaction. Anybody can look at it. Anybody can see it. They're not moved. They're like Satoshi's beginning coins. They're still there, right? These things aren't moving. If they're moving, there's a problem. But as far as I know, the private key's been burnt. So no, it ain't going nowhere.
Oh, that you know, a lot of people have asked about that, and I've told them that they, you know, those coins are gone.
Yeah.
So that's because those are not out there, you know. It's basically ruining the whole governance system.
It's unfortunate, you know. I got to say, one of the reasons we liked Dash was the governance system, and it's unfortunate that it started the way it did, because it doesn't matter what they do. There's always going to be a cloud of suspicion over who controls what. And there's a right way and a wrong way. I don't care if they said, well, we put it up for a vote, and they said, Evan, keep it. It doesn't matter. It should have been burnt. and they should have either started again or just burnt them and done it the right way, because you can never go back. That's the blockchain for you. It's always there. You can't change it, and that's physical.
Set in stone, baby. Set in stone.
Exactly. So you got to do it right the first time. And again, this is why the way these guys work here in Pivix is we're not making deadlines. We're not going to tell you it's coming out next week. You're going to get your wallet dropped in the middle of the night that you don't even know is coming, because these guys they will wait until it's ready, right? There's not going to be a lot of fanfare for this stuff because people panic over stupid things like, oh, it didn't work today, so it's going to go down, and everybody's going to lose their money because they promised us something. You know? It's not going to work that way with Pivix. They got to do it right, one step of the way.
The same problems that have plagued Ethereum.
Yeah,
this coin where I have a lot of Pivix, and I know Thomas does, and our subs. They've gotten in and they're holding Pivix, and we're all holding for the long term. So we've been pushing. This thing's gonna be worth a lot.
I think so. But don't put down Ethereum either. They're going to be doing great too. They're a totally different system. And I tell you, like, if we're going to talk about investing and what people should get into, hold your Pivix, sure. Hold your Ethereum though. Hold your Bitcoin. Find those coins that are the backbone of the new cryptocurrency world, right? There will not be one. Anytime you hear any coin say we're going to take over the world, don't believe it. It's bullshit. Not French.
That's bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, not to take over the world, but you're gonna conquer. You're gonna rock someone's world, and we know whose world you guys are rocking right now. I don't even think I need to say.
I don't know. I don't wear the big D shirt anymore, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's funny, but
here.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Speaking of masternodes, now you have the algorithm going with your coin, the seesaw, and the way that works as far as things uncentralized on the system. You want to explain that to everyone?
Yeah, I'll try my best. The way I understand it is the block rewards are split up now 90% to masternodes and stakers, 10% to the budget. There's a balanced system. Masternodes get paid a little bit more, right? They have a lot more investment. Stakers, they get paid a little bit less, right? But if you get too many masternodes, stakers will start to get paid more. Get too many stakers, masternodes will be paid more. This prevents a lopsided system because they're both stakers and masternodes are doing different jobs, right? They need as many of both happening at the same time. They're creating a balance in the system for better security, for better robustness, just better safety for everyone overall. It also removes a lot of speculation and hoarding and all the bad things that happen in coins. And I think that's what they're trying to do with this system, right? Try to make it a usable system where people actually want to spend the money, not just you heard it, and I hate bringing it up again with the other masternode guys. I won't even say it. If you checked in what they were saying on the way up to $100, it was, I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to buy another one. They weren't going to spend anything, right? And that's not the way for a currency to be used. This has to be able to be used globally by everyone, not just by some guy that wants a t-shirt for your favorite crypto. It has to be used at the grocery store, right? Or sent to your family in the Philippines or whatever, right? But stick it in a way, like there's a place for saving it, for sure. And there should be ways to save it and make money. But the primary goal of crypto isn't for people to get rich. It's for people to be able to have commerce without governments saying you can't.
Yeah. So now
explained it so beautiful. Sorry, I gotta process that.
Well, I meet people all the time, and they say, "What are you into?" And I say, "Well, I rent for students at the University of Saskatchewan, right? And and I also do this crypto stuff." And they go, "What is that?" And then what I tell them every time, because you go, "Okay, how do I explain this to people?" You start off with, you don't own your money. You have to ask permission to use it. You have to ask permission to use your credit card a bank machine. The bank has
Oh, yeah.
to be opened, right? You have to ask permission for every transaction you do. The cash is good as long as you have it. But after that, what are you going to do, right? So you don't own it. And then people start thinking about that, and they go, well, what does that mean? I said, well, it means you're living in a system that doesn't work for you. You need to be able to have true control of your money. That's why you should get in touch with Bitcoin or Pivix or any one of these other coins. That just I would prefer anybody to own anything as long as they have safety of their own, like in control of their own currency. Because turning around, like if you lived in Greece or Cyprus, when they had their 20% of their life savings taken away, if you had the money, I think it was Cyprus, the old folks were saving all their lives, and they had whatever, $500,000 in the bank, and the government said, well, we'll take a chunk of that because the government screwed up. We borrowed too much money, right? That's bullshit. You earned it. You should be able to keep it, right? And this is what this is all about. And this is why we're fighting. This isn't a fight about, for me, being a great coin and getting a new t-shirt. This is about people in the world that don't have any protection over their work, because really money is just it's a manifestation of your labor through your life, right?
Yeah.
Nobody should be able to take that away from you. Nobody should ever be able to take that away from you. So I encourage everybody to get involved. If you don't know what it is, call Thomas. Call me. I'll help you. Call Yellow. Everybody. But this is a bigger fight than investing and stuff.
Oh, I know you're always there. That was the first thing that turned me in the direction of Pivix. Was I got a call from John Crothers on the way to work. It was like 7 in the morning. He's mountain time. He's like an hour ahead of me in Colorado. He's like, dude, I'm flipping out with the wallet. There were some wallet errors going on. Like, calm down, bro. When I get to work, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna figure it out, because he's about to say I'm done. I'm not gonna bother. So I met you in Slack, and the level of customer support you gave me and the concern you had, even though you'd had to direct me to somebody else to hit the technical side, you're checking in via email, making sure I was taken care of. I was like, are you joking? Like, this is great. Like, this guy gives a shit about me, and you don't even know me, but we hit it off, and ever since then, we been in touch. It's been nice, man. You guys make anybody invest in your coin feel like family. Well, definitely part of the community too.
That's part of what we've been talking about. The Pivix is people line. It sounds corny, but it's true. We're a community with a coin, not a coin with a community. We're the people are first, right? You can't do. Every other currency has been making this great tech and pushing it, ramming it down people's throat. This is the way you're going to use it, and we're like, well, we got this coin, but let's figure out how you want to use it. How is it going to make your life better? What can we do to make it more functional for you, instead of this top-down, corporate attitude, right? We're the swarm. We believe in that everybody has something they can provide. They have an opinion. This is why the votes are going to change, so everybody can vote. This is why we're going to succeed where a lot of other coins just can't. And I have a lot of hope for the future.
I seen it with it early on, where this coin, I feel, is going to succeed beyond our wildest dreams. And the reason why is, it's built on Bitcoin coin, which is proven. It's a proven technology. You guys are, you're getting the security, you're implementing that. Driven, completely decentralized. And also, another thing is when you send, this is what just blows me away, is from one wallet to the next. You can have 2 computers sit next to each other that are running independent and send from one to the other. Bam, done. And there's no other cryptocurrency I know of that's that fast. And the only thing that you guys are competing with is credit cards.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? Remember when you were a kid, you flick the light off on your bedroom, and you try to get into bed for the light turn off.
I know exactly. That's so funny you broke it down that way.
Yeah, it's the purple Bugatti, man.
Yeah. Dude,
Go.
You're beating everybody in reverse, dog. As far as transaction speed, you can ask these people. I'm sending Pivix donations during the entire chat right now, and they're even like, "Boom! I got it before you let me know." I just sent like 2 in a row. Let's see. I just did a few right now. Looks like that.
God,
Yeah, everyone's sending them.
Faster, sending it before you push the send button.
Yeah. Oh, I got a question by somebody. Question to Grant. I was watching a marketing plan video with the Pivix team a while ago. Seems to be removed. Back then, there was no finished marketing plan. Is there a clear marketing strategy by now? The answer is, well, no. Of course not. There's no clear marketing strategy. We have to adapt, and things are evolving, right? Things change, and then we'll adapt. But you know what? A guy like that, the famous DJ. Well, I think the famous DJ should start taking Pivix and helping us with our marketing plan too. That's a good idea.
Man, yeah, famous DJ. He needs to get him some Pivix.
He's not in yet?
I don't know. I just see him here.
You know, I'm just blown away by the technology in Pivix and focused at. It seems like its focus is to become the currency that fuels the world. You know,
It's commerce. We want people to be able to use it. Yeah.
I mean, if you're waiting in line for coffee, you know, praying that the person in front of you ain't paying with Bitcoin, he's paying with Pivix, because you don't want to be waiting that long.
Yeah, you better hope they're using Pivix, or else, man, it's gonna be In-N-Out burger line right there.
Iced coffee by the time you're done. Actually, I can answer that guy's question a little bit better. If he's gone to our Slack, if he's gone and seen the Twitter page and Steemit and things like that, all of our marketing, we have a major marketing group that works out of, again, Barrie, Ontario here, Rhubarb Media, home of the creative space, great guys, Chad Ballantyne and his crew. They do a lot of our work, but a lot of our work is done by our community. You look at the videos that people spend their sweat and tears and love and joy to make, some of them blow me away. The memes, everything you can imagine, what these guys go through and do. No, there's no coin that can get the kind of marketing we get for free for millions of dollars. There's no way. But it's led by our marketing guys in Barrie here. These guys are dynamite. They really are invested as well in Pivix. They care about what's going to happen. They love it. They're in, right? So yeah, to answer that guy's question, marketing is continuing to happen all the time. And this is the other thing I heard, and I've seen lurking on other Slacks. So people say, where the hell are these guys getting all these marketing ideas and these videos and all this stuff? It's like crazy. It's something new every day. And yeah, it is, because it isn't just one person. It's all of us. We all do it. You guys are doing it.
I know that you know, when we started doing me and Thomas, the only person that was talking about Pivix to me, Vincent Flores, he's in the chat now, and he's day trading it, and I'm watching it and I'm checking it out, and it's in the green, it's in the green, it's in the green. And I'm going to the site and I'm studying everything about it and looking this up, and I spent a little bit of time really looking at it closely before I actually bought some. When I finally made the move and I got some, I was just blown away at the transaction. You know, me and Thomas, both of us bought at the same time. You know, we were just blown away. We couldn't believe it, how this coin is compared to a lot of them that we've used. It has its problems with the wallet, but you know, I mean, it's a new coin. We're at baby steps. You know,
all adopters, all of us.
It was a scary buy at first too, because when I started buying it at like 60 cents, even 50 cents, like it would drop, and then people would tell me, "Why are you wasting your time on that? You know, this has no potential, total shit coin." We've got big time YouTubers out there just denying it, and then things change after a few weeks, and it starts gaining some traction, and it eventually goes over $1. And then next thing you know, everyone denying it's like, oh, I got to get a purple Bugatti. I got to get a purple Bugatti. I need to have some Pivix. And by that time, I mean, we all been buying under $1. So,
yeah. Well, we have the same problems now that people go, oh, well, it went to hit $2. And, oh, now it's garbage because it's $1, whatever it is now, 60 something, or give me the update. But really, we were complaining about it being at 50 cents not too long ago. And
yeah.
So I really think like a lot of with the I'll just say with the market issue, because of the update we've been going through, I've noticed that a lot of masternodes have dropped off and people are updating, and people look at that and they go, oh, there's 600 masternodes off. They must have all been sold. I said, no, they're updating, right? If you're not paying attention, then you're not, what are you doing here, right? The network is extremely strong, and this is just like again, not even a bump in the road. It's part of what we have to do to get to where we got to go.
I was going to tell you, there was even one big YouTuber to go buy 100 Pivix when it was, I think it was 68. It was in the 60 cents range. I chummed you buy it, put it in the wallet, or you hold it for a week, and the end of a week, just I will any losses that you have on the coin, I'll double them. I'll pay double that to you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, you're not the first one to have done that too, and I haven't seen anybody cash in on that. They've gone, oh, it's been good. I just got a little update here from one of the devs here. It says, regarding the mobile wallets, Android is a more open, acceptable platform. However, Apple requires internal approval of apps and has a standing tendency to only accept apps that run on an approved blockchain. So it looks like we're working on the Android before the Apple, as usual, right? The Apple. I hate that.
So get your Android phones then.
I'm looking at my Galaxy. I guess I can get a 7 for free, or I can get an 8 for like $500 or $600. So I think I'm going to go for the free one.
Yeah. Oh, that's the way I'd go.
You said it's only Android, like not for Apple, just Android, right?
The only Android, Android phones can use any of our wallets right now. Proof of
Works for me. Works for me. I got a Samsung 7 recently, so.
Yeah, I think I'm going for one of those. Even if I just have to use a hotspot or something and use it as like a.
Yeah.
But,
I got my Android right here.
Nice. I'm jealous. Let me see if we got anything else here. What else I got here?
Any more Pivix to give away?
What was that,
Thomas? Any more Pivix to give away?
Yeah, there's been like over 10 giveaways so far. I've been asking random questions on the chat. I've given away 40 plus Pivix already. So,
oh man, give that stuff away. We're getting close to the end. So, those addresses.
Well, you know what? We'll do it like this. Anybody got an idea? Because I've been just saying first 3 to post your Pivix address gets a donation. Grant, you got any questions you want to ask as far as what you covered that somebody can answer, and we'll give some fat little donations here. Or anybody. You, Yellow? Spread the wealth a little.
I wasn't paying attention. I've been reading here. What did I miss?
No, I was saying we have a little bit more Pivix giveaway. We're giving like 40 plus away. We want to get rid of maybe another 60 or so here. A total of 100 Pivix. Any questions you guys want to, any trivia questions, anything like that you guys want to ask, and then, or anything about what we talked about. If somebody gets it right, I'll read the answer from whoever answers it first. We'll get some Pivix. I don't know how you want to do it. I'm just throwing an idea out there. We want to give away some purple Bugattis right now.
Question. Oh, hey, look at that. I just got a thing. We got 3,983 members in our Slack now. We're going to hit 4,000 by the time we're done here, I think, boys.
All over here.
Send it all over here.
Send them all over here. Oh, yeah. How many people got watching? 62 now? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What else we got here?
I guess we have no trivia questions. I can make it easy, so...
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm so busy reading and trying to keep up with what's going on.
to keep up with this beer I just opened.
So I'm about to just post. I'm about to just post something random right now.
All right. Oh, okay. So I also got another mention from the devs here, saying that it may be worth mentioning that technical issues should also be reported on the GitHub issue area. Slack moves far too fast. That's right. We're so many people here in our Slack. About 5 hours, all of our information has been deleted because we're not paying $100,000 a month to use their service. It just isn't going to happen. So if you do have any questions, any concerns, you should post them in the. I would start off with the development area, and make sure you pin them, because we don't lose pinned posts. And then we will be moving to a new system in the coming months, and that we'll be hosting ourselves. It'll be open source. We'll be keeping all of our own data, and we won't have any of these problems at all. So Slack, unfortunately, we got people working on killing you too. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him, make sure he get his information here.
No, we had talked earlier, and you had mentioned it, and it was kind of weird because one of my subs had asked me about this, and I went and looked, and I kind of thought it was a scam, but you were telling me about it, and you think it's legit. Mining pool for Pivix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's cryptopool.io, and they contacted us a while back, and they've set up a hashing pool, and I think you can point your miner to it, or you can actually rent a cloud miner. They take, I believe, 2% of the fees, and 10% of what they make, they donate. They donate it back to the communities in the world, like charities. I think they do some veteran stuff. You should check out with them though. It's cryptopool.io, and they really came across with the same feeling that we have. Part of what we're doing with Pivix is, again, is the people coin, right? We're going to be working hard to give back. We don't believe in just this massive greed. We're just going to take it all and then we'll decide what to do. It's people need to live now. So there are plenty of individuals and groups within our community trying to find ways to bring in charities. I've heard of one now in Mexico that they're trying to have them hook up with wallets so that we can start to directly send them Pivix, because the fees to send money overseas or to Mexico is extremely it's prohibitive, right? 10% or something like that. They need that money more than Western Union. So this is what I liked about this cryptopool.io, and we're going to be working more and more and more with this sort of community, sort of charitable donation, whatever we can do to make the world a better place, and that includes having a stable currency, but it really includes helping people.
Excellent. That's really cool. And as far as sending money overseas, I understand completely. The banks don't view it as your money. When you send money overseas, it becomes, when you try sending a larger sum of money, because literally they can hold it in an escrow, buy it for months.
Yeah, and they're going to charge you the moon. I can't remember the number. I think it was $500 billion or something is sent back to Philippines and India and all these places for remittance. Well, the money coming off the top of that is being taken away from the very people who need it the most. And we all know that's sort of one of the messages that Andreas Antonopoulos, who's, like, tell you, that's one of my personal heroes. That guy just, for how he communicates the importance of the technology. It isn't about the money. It's about the removal of the friction of the money and getting the middlemen out of the way, right? And this is how we can help that farmer in Africa who's selling his beans to Starbucks. They'll be using smart contracts on their phones to get paid. Every time you get a coffee one day, he's going to get his cut right away instead of going through 15 stages and 4 exchanges in order for him to get a nickel when he should have earned $1. So and that's exactly the same situation with, for instance, music, right? You create a song or whatever. You're not the only person there. There's producers, there's artists, there's graphic artists, there's the guy who makes the jewel case. Well, I guess I'm talking CDs, but that's stupid. But you know what I mean. There's all sorts of promoters and other individuals in the mix, right? And it's going to happen with them too, where it's going to be a smart contract. You buy that song off of Apple or whatever, and everybody gets their cut right away. No middlemen. You're going to see that throughout all of the systems that can adapt to that. And I'm even trying to figure out a way to do that with my kids' like allowance. You know, I'll put it on the blockchain so you can only get so much. You know, I'll do.
Are your kids getting Pivix allowances? You giving Pivix allowances?
I'm not giving my Pivix to no one. You forget that.
Oh man, Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's getting a little bit. It's starting to get late. We're at about an hour and 10 minutes, I believe, on the stream now.
Okay.
How much you got left to give away?
We've given away 50 so far. So there's 50 more that we're gonna give up here.
I'm good to keep.
How do you guys want?
They're still good to keep them.
We can keep giving, but we can narrow it down to give 5 more people 10 Pivix each, or how do you guys want to do it? Because I've just been asking questions, random questions, asking them to drop their address. What do you think, Yellow?
What's Thomas's favorite football team?
Oh, Seth, post that. First person to post it.
We don't know.
I like that. I like that. Who's going to be the first one to get it? We'll see here. Well, no.
Scared to give us a question. You know, give Grant a question. If you got a question you want answered about Pivix.
Yeah. If I don't have the answer, I'll find it out, and I'll if I do, I'll get back to you guys later.
The famous DJ get a wallet yet?
Right. I don't know. He says he has Pivix, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, one of our guys is saying, yeah, any major problems you have technical wise should be put into our GitHub, right? So go to our main page, pivx.org, and check it out there and put in your thing. Here, I got something for you then. So I was telling you before that one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to organize the translations, right? So I'll give you this page. Can you do a screen share? And this is a rough mock-up of our Spanish page that's going to be coming up soon. We plan to be doing this with as many languages as I can handle.
Let me see here. And
sharing the screen right now.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is not finished yet. But that's what it's going to look like, but it's going to look like that for every language. There'll be a banner of flags. You choose the language you want, and we'll be communicating Pivix to everybody in their own language.
Wallets para todo mundo.
I can get this up here.
That's awesome, right there. Yeah, that's cool that you're really pushing out to you're not just English. I see like Italian, Japanese, and all kinds of stuff when I'm looking at it, and it's something you're not seeing a lot in crypto. It seems like they feel like everybody on the planet speaks English when that's.
Yeah, see that? No.
Let's see. Are you posting that, Yellow? What are you trying to see if I can see what he's talking about?
Let him. Grant, you go ahead and talk, and I'll show it.
Okay, you show it. Yeah. So what am I talking about? Yeah.
Well, you can ask Grant. You can ask another question because we have 40 Pivix left to give away.
Another question. Well, I did say enforcement on the 23rd. It's going to happen in what block? Right? Somebody should have been paying attention.
I hope so. Who knows the answer?
It begins
I'll read it
with 6. It's 6 digits long.
Let's see. Wait for it. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh. Nope, you're wrong. You're wrong there, the famous. Nice try, though. No, 6 digits, man. That was like
6 digits, man. Let's see.
Now they're just.
We got another 5-digit one.
Nope.
6 digits, guys. 6 digits, guys.
No, you guys aren't right. None of you are right yet. You see, you should pay attention.
Oh man,
9,000. Yeah, Bitcoiner. Nice try.
Let's see. Jacko said
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good try. These guys are grasping at straws. Nothing. Okay, well, I'm just going to tell them again. 615-800.
There you go. I guess you win it, but we know you can't win it. So
I can't win it.
Let's see. What other questions? Because I mean, based on what you talked about, I mean, there was a lot covered.
Wrote it down after I said it. They should get something just for trying.
Who wrote it down?
Oh, now they're all doing it. No, forget it. Forget it.
Forget that one. Can't. We got to do.
He was asking a question on that for you. He says,
what's going on? What did I miss?
For some reason, when you're coming on, we're seeing your screen is showing screenshots still.
That's me being stupid on the end. There we go. Is that better? There we go.
Oh, there you go.
So the famous DJ has a question here. He says, got one more question, Grant. The 10% reward budgeting.
No, that's budget spread for 2017. Well, I believe it's every super block that comes out, right? So once every month or so, that's where that budget gets allocated and spent. If you put in a proposal and you say, I want my whatever you're gonna do, say you guys want to have a show that's all about Pivix, and you're gonna do it for one show. Well, then there's a payment in 1 month. If you've decided that you want to do it and spread it over the year, you put in your proposal and have it spread over the year. It really depends on the proposal.
So now these proposals that come forth, anyone put a proposal forward? What's the whole thing on that?
Okay, well, actually, this is one of my favorite parts. Like I was saying before, the big difference, the thing that got me into Pivix to begin with was the fact that there is this idea that everybody should have a say in what's going on. And it's been basically, it's been polled amongst the masternode owners that they want to put forward a proposal to allow everybody to have the vote, not just centralized masternode control monopoly of the votes, right, which we've seen in other systems. So they're going to have a vote in principle to say we're going to allow people to vote, and then come up with a plan. And then they will have numerous votes after that to make sure that they have a plan that works for everybody. And then pretty much everybody will be able to have a vote on anything that is proposed, right? And it'll be weighted on different levels. You know, one guy with a 2 PIV probably doesn't have the same vote as somebody with 10 masternodes, right? But you don't get 1 vote per PIV. It shouldn't be that way. There's got to be an equalization, some sort of balancing somewhere where there is stake. You have something at stake. Maybe it's your reputation. Maybe it's the amount you have. Maybe how much you do for the community. It's still going to be talked about in the future. But so that's the goal. And so what's going to happen, and it's already happening, anybody that wants to put forward a proposal, it's recommended that they go to the PIVX.org forum, which you can see on the PIVX.org main webpage. And there's a budget and proposals section in there. And just start asking people about it. And they will help you put together a proposal that makes sense. If you go in there and say, I want 40,000 PIV to make a t-shirt, give it to me, you're not going to get it. It's just not going to happen. So we're trying to make for the people, you know, I tried, it didn't work. So you got to get involved. You got to start talking to people and getting some assistance on how to put something forward that will work, right? because the last thing we want to do is be bogged down with a bunch of crap that is just going to waste everybody's time. You're not going to vote on everybody. Can I name my dog Pivix? And here, give me 1,000. It isn't going to happen. So to answer your question in the long way, of course, now I'll shorten it up. Yes, anybody can put forward a proposal.
That's bitching, if you ask me. That gives a lot of control to the people out there investing. That's what it's all about, right?
That's what it's all about. That is why I got involved with this one to begin with. If this wasn't happening in Pivix, I would be doing what you're doing, and I'd just be buying and selling and buying and holding, whatever it is, and just hoping for the best. But this one, this community, this coin has made basically the statement of commitment that everybody has something to offer, whether it's your vote. Well, it is your vote. But whether it's you write a song, or you can code, or you have a show like you guys, whatever you can do to help, you're a valued person. You are part of this community, and you're respected, and we want you to feel at home here, because we are a family, and this is the bigger picture again. And we go back to that charitable side of things. You look at the whole world, all the problems that we have in the world, it's because we've forgotten that we are all a family. And we should be paying more attention than that. We wouldn't be dropping bombs and we'd be hurting people and the things that we shouldn't be doing if we thought more about how we're all alike. And that's sort of my feeling on Pivix and the greater good that we're trying to put forward here. The moment that changes, if I see anything different, you guys will be the first ones to get a call from me, and I'll be saying I'm out. And I don't see that changing.
No. I appreciate that, because, with all honesty, it's about, like you said, it's about everybody. It's a worldwide. When this goes worldwide, and I don't know when that day will be.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people feeling the same thing that I feel, and like you're saying, you almost got that feeling like no man left behind. We're all in this together, and man, I just can't wait for this to expand to the level of what other altcoins are at today, because you're going to be one very happy camper if you invested, especially in the past month or so.
Well, and for me personally, I don't even care about the money as much. It's more important to me to actually have those other coins to either stand up and shape up and man up and become part of the world community, or fade away. If we can even change some of these people, we've already succeeded, right? For me, money's important for sure. Everybody's got to live. But I'm trying to help make a change, and I'll help people follow. I hope people not only invest in Pivix, they also force other coins to change as well, because that's the bigger picture. But there will not be only one, and the only way we can change the world is changing ourselves and the people around us, and telling them that, hey, we love you guys, and we care about what happens to you. And, hey, Thomas, man, you got a problem? Give me a call, right? Sorry, everybody, don't call me. Sorry. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, we'll be giving out your number here at the end of the show.
It'll be in the chat box.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right? That's what's missing in the corporate world. That's what's missing in the banking. That's what is missing in that cold world of computing and cryptocurrency. There's no people.
Man, what I just had go down with you yesterday, man. You will not get this with any crypto out there. Not from any of their developers, anybody building their community. Or when yesterday you sent me an email, you go, Thomas, mandatory update. Did you get the wallet? I just need to make sure, Thomas. And then you called me to make sure that I got it done. And I'm like, man, this guy cares, man. And I feel it from you. And I know you treat everybody else the same that got to talk to you. That's why it was like a match made in heaven to connect with you on Slack that day. I could have gotten anybody else, but I got you, Grant. So
you're lucky, man.
I know.
Actually, you did get lucky, because there's lots of guys like me there too, and then women too. It's like we're trying our best, right? And I just hope everybody remembers that we're new. Yeah, there's people that are going to slip through the cracks, because there's so much happening so quickly. We're all trying to do our best, and we'll do better. And that's all I can promise.
I got a couple questions here real quick before we wrap it up. One person is asking about the coin supply, the total minted coins.
Yep. So I saw you cut out the end there. So you just want to know about the minted coins and what the total coin supply is, right?
Yeah.
Right now, I think we're sitting at 53 million and change. And there's going to be another block size reduction happening in May. I don't have the number in front of me when that happens, but it's in May sometime. And every block will be getting be splitting 5 PIV. Now, right now we're splitting 10. We just had a block reduction from 15. Once it gets to 5, we have basically that's 5 times every minute of the day times the full year. That ends up to be 2.6 million a year, and that will be for as long as Pivix is around, right? People go, oh my God, it's going to be never ending, right? Well, it will be never ending, but every year there's the percentage is less and less and less. Right now it's about 4%, right? And when Pivix has, say, 100 million coins, it's going to be 2% or less, right? And the percentage will be less and less and less of the inflation rate. There will be a constant supply. And the real bigger picture is, unlike normal banking and monetary systems where the extra supply goes to the corporations or the bank, this actually gets paid to the people who hold the wallets, the people who do the masternode stake and masternode running, right? All of this goes directly to people that are going to use Pivix. And I see this as a much more fair way of distributing this, because we saw what happened last time at the bank collapse in 2008, right? The only people that got bailed out were the banks, and they're the ones that screwed everybody, and there's a whole bunch of people living in their cars. It should have been the other way around. And I think this is a much more fair way of doing it.
Famous DJ asked another question, and he's asking about what's the cut going to the leadership team or the core team of Pivix? Do they get a cut off of or anything?
So far, everything has been privately funded. Now that the budget is up and running, the budget proposals are being put forward. In fact, there is one in the forum as we speak talking about getting a regular paycheck for developers. So that will be bounced around and discussed, but it's expected that there will be a portion of the budget every month that goes towards development, right? I call it developer fuel. Those guys got to eat. They're the ones that make it happen, right? But they don't get to decide.
Excellent.
They don't get to decide. It's a voted process. Right now, it's entirely masternode voted, but in the future, it shall be voted by everybody in the community.
Okay. Where are we at on the giveaway?
Well, we'll break it down to we have 20 Pivix left. It was 100 Pivix donation that we wanted. A lot of people out there got some Pivix. You'll see throughout the chat it was given away. So, you know, I guess we can do a few. Either you got a few more questions, or if you want to do one big one for the rest of the 20 or 15, we'll do the last one. I'm going to hook up siliconnoisseur. We'll have 15. Throw a big question down. Somebody's going to win 15 Pivix, and that'll be the
big question time. Hey, when's my birthday?
Oh gosh.
No, forget that one.
I don't know. It's up to you. Somebody asked the big question of the day. It'll be a 15 Pivix winner. We've given after that we've given how much away? 85 Pivix so far. So
that's pretty good.
Ask the big question. Somebody who's
my friend Rick Stefanowski's there. Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
Well, when is Poloniex going to add us?
Week.
Will Pivix be added to Trezor or Ledger Keep Key? I think people are working on that now.
Oh snaps!
I think so, but
awesome.
I just hear rumors, right? But everybody's working on everything.
Rumor has it.
There's people everywhere working on all sorts of things, right?
Man, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Why stop at the Ledger? What's going? You know, there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. I'm sure it'll be on something.
Hey, you know what? I think you should give John McClane like at least 5 for saying never. for the being listed on Poloniex. John McLean, put your address down.
There you go.
Sean McLean. Oh man. So any one last questions for that big question giveaway?
One big question.
Well, it's for 15 PIVX. That's a lot. I mean, that could be worth a lot of money one day.
Could be.
That's a lot of money right now.
A lot of money right now.
Okay, there's John McLean right there. Give him 5. Give him
Where
5.
is he?
Give him 0.5.
How much?
0.5.
Oh, that's too funny.
You know what's cool about this is this is really cool because they're getting their PIVX instantly and they see it. And
yeah, this has all been
coin.
The only slowness behind these transactions is me typing in my password every time I gotta send it. That's about it. Everything is quick, man. You know, me and my sausage fingers over here. I should have took a typing class too.
Hey, I like this. Nobody's given us a downvote yet. I might just have to do it just to even it out.
Might as well. I could do one too. Sorry, Yellow.
I know that I'll get one because I got some trolls.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, like, what do you guys think about other than PIVX? Like, we've been talking a lot about us. What are you looking at in the bigger picture when it comes to cryptocurrency? Is there any way you think it's going to affect your life in the future, your kids' life? What do you think? Actually, I'll throw in an idea. I think I was talking to you before. One of the things I've been thinking about working on with some other people is, what do you do when, say, you pass away? And how do you deal with it passing on your cryptocurrency to your children or your heirs? It's not an easy thing to do, right?
Yeah,
no,
I mean, very different.
You gotta have everything locked away in a safe. And I've actually had this conversation with my parents in regards to, if I were to, God forbid, me pass away before them, and I got to do it with my kids' moms too, is I got to draw like a map of how anyone could even figure out how to access these coins. Yeah. So I wrote a little thing about how to use the ledger, and I gave it to 3 people in my family. The only person who got it was my dad. And this guy, we call him the closet genius because everyone seems to be real smart. He's a real quiet guy. Works for the trash company. Never think he's smart as he was. And I had him access the ledger, and he was able to pull it up on the computer. I go, how the F did you figure that out? But nobody else could figure it out but him. So
one of those things. You know, it's something that we should all start considering about. You know, life is life. We're not going to be here forever. But
yeah,
a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of money involved in this for a lot of people. I've been watching a few of the shows you guys do and some other guys. And it's not unreasonable to see that this space is increasing 300 to 500% per year. So that doesn't take too long to turn into a lot of money. People should really learn how to communicate their wishes to their next of kin or whatever, because it's such a morose topic. But it really is. You get to, if you love your family, you got to find a way to communicate this safely and not screw them either, because there's lots of people that'll be willing to steal it. You know.
Oh yeah.
And it's, I'd like to talk to you guys in the future about this because it's one of my I don't want to say favorite subjects, but it's a subject that I think is pretty damn important in the bigger picture.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes down the road for a will, I think my kids will have, by the time my kids, because I got a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, by the time they're old enough to think about, oh, when dad's going to pass away, they'll be fighting over who gets the smart contracts, who gets the Ethereum, who gets the purple Bugatti, you know, who gets the Bitcoin. And, you know, how am I going to distribute that? I don't know yet, but it's something that down the road you're going to have to figure out where you'd want to leave it so it just doesn't die and it's gone or it's sitting there. You know, you know.
Well, I want everybody to think about these things. That's not a very good way to end the show, though. Let me just let me just throw out this one more thing. Then, you know, one of the reasons I got inspired by Bitcoin and cryptocurrency again is through Andreas Antonopoulos, and the idea that there are billions of people around the world working hard just to survive, and one of the things crypto can do is free them from that daily struggle, right? remove that need to absolutely struggle at everything. You know, they can have that solar panel that pays into the grid, you know, in the middle of Africa, that will allow them to have food because the money goes directly to their phone from the services company, the utility, right? Things like that are going to be happening. You'll be able to sell your goat to somebody a million miles away, or get financing for your school, or who knows what. And the most important thing we've got to remember is all those people there that are struggling. There's an Elon Musk there. There's a Ford, right? There's a Thomas Edison. There's a Nikola Tesla. But they are struggling and not using their mind to make the world a better place. And this is what I think is the most powerful thing about cryptocurrency, is that all those people have the opportunity now to be freed to make this world a better place as well. And I think it's our duty to try and make that happen. So isn't that a better way to end it?
Yeah. Love, peace, harmony.
What else we got?
Well,
no death. Yeah, I'm gonna give away the last. I guess we'll have a finale giveaway. It's gonna be the last 10 PIVX. So yeah, I'll let you lead the way on the question here. You ask a question, whatever you want to ask, and I'll give away that last 10 PIVX, and we'll end it here.
That's a question.
Oh man, okay. Okay. How about this? Did this? He's not eligible for this. Okay. First person that ever told me.
So repeat the question.
First person that ever talked to me.
Oh, I know.
The first person you ever told him about PIVX.
Oh, I know the answer to that. I know.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. Somebody's calling me Martin Luther Crypto.
Nice try to famous DJ.
Nice try. But no cigar.
Oh!
There you go.
Rando got it. Vincent Flores was day trading it.
Awesome.
All right, guys. With that right there, done. I really appreciate everyone showing up, in the chat. It's pretty awesome. Next show, we need to have it on Thomas's. Be next time. We really appreciate Craig showing up, and
Craig, I'm Grant. I'm not Craig Grant. Are you crazy?
I know, it's Grant, dog.
Don't be giving him any free advertising. He barely even does he even have Pivix? Oh, he'll be crying. He'll be crying, Ronan.
That's right.
Or cry later, you know.
Right.
I offered him. He's the one that I guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
He refused.
Well, that's his loss. Well, yeah, I got to tell you guys, it's been really fun. I enjoyed it, and I'm really glad you guys invited me to come in there. And hey, everybody, join the Pivix team. Come to the pivx.org website. Sign up for the Pivix Slack. Come on in. I'm usually there. I'll say hi, and if you guys need help with anything, direction to anywhere, if you have ideas, you want to belong, you want to participate, we're there, man. Next week, I'm heading to Budapest, Hungary, to see Fermat, the people who are working on our governance system, and I'll be getting the lowdown on what they're up to, and we'll see what happens. You know, we're all moving, and this isn't no shitcoin. You're right. We're going places. This Bugatti's moving, man.
No shit, huh? Not definitely not a shitcoin.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to come back, and we can call you.
Yeah. Hey, anytime. Anytime.
You got my number, dog. Anytime. Send me pictures when you're abroad. You say you go to Hungary or Hungary?
Yes, we're gonna go have a little talk with a bunch of people that know crypto and see what they offer.
Sick, dude.
All right.
Right on,
man. Thank you for showing up. In the chat. And we'll see you later.
Yeah, dog.